I'm fine. Are you sure? Why would you ask me such a question like that? I don't know. You tell me. Just leave me alone. Okay, this projection, as you can see, is sort of recording me at this angle, which you can see shown, is going to be placed in the bar. So it's kind of like pushing the boundaries of the space that we can use and that is available, and then as moving it away when we're not using it in the bar for the bar to be in use. And also the lighting room, of course, is an exit and entrance door, which we're looking into. HypnoCR will go in the centre here, which drums are here, and the guitar will be on that side. This is an ongoing artistic process that me and Stokoe have been exploring. It's called HypnoCR, reason being it's about hypnotism, reasons for hypno. And in a way you become in sort of a trance, staring at each other without looking down at the paper, drawing each other like you would usually look down at your page to draw. We wanted to kind of break the boundary of being a perfectionist and it being more the physicality of connecting with someone rather than it being the we have to draw you this way because this is how our brains see it as being. We wanted more a kind of emotional state. So we decided it could actually become a kind of context within a script and kind of help the story become more simplified for the audience to understand. She's wanting to, this is air love on the floor, she's wanting to connect with her emotions finally. And at this point, she's visualizing and imagining in front of her grandfather and then her lover, Silence. So she keeps drawing them and through the sound created by Wei on the floor using his touch phone, he creates a motion that drags it out of her completely, revealing all that emotion that's been held inside. And at this point we're wishing to have, and we really want this to happen, a live feed filming below, showing a projection in front, so that the audience don't have to actually as much stand up and look down to the floor, because we're worried that with 70 people watching, some may not be able to see because we're on the floor doing this. So we need a way of actually projecting it up to the wall, and also having a projection going down onto the actual picture itself, because it needs to be fragmented, so it becomes very cluttered and confused visually at what they're seeing, because she is seeing is she's trying to unravel that problems, and then by the end of it the projection that's on top of the picture comes off, and then it reveals the truth and it reveals her clarity of understanding all the problems. At this point then she stands up and she reveals feathers and love starts to drop them one by one. And as she's doing this, she starts to then pull a thread from her kind of costume, which is like attached near her heart, where she's pulling it away bit by bit, whilst Silence comes onto the stage facing the audience on stage left, while she's on near stage right, still in the middle where the stairs are, but he'll be kind of more towards the stage left in front of the audience. And Elaine will then stand up who is playing present self, and silence will reveal his mask, which has been ongoing, his face upon face throughout the play, blurring up constantly every mask he'd put on top, but this time he actually reveals it wholly coming off, and it is him, realistic, the real him, taking out the letter, showing that in reality he did receive that letter. And in staring at Elaine, they both smile at each other because they know that they're both doing right by each other, that she wishes to be happy and he's not there for her, and love isn't worth it if there isn't that, isn't there for her happiness, it just won't work. So they respect each other. Then Culture Shock comes on, and both of them bow. Culture Shock Air and Mushroom, who plays Tolerance, they both bow at each other. She understands, Air understands her mistakes she made from it was her confusion of grieving and her misunderstanding of culture difference that made her feel culture shock, and she accepts it. And they bow, and then they head to the separate doors at the end of the backstage. And then Elaine looks over, and the door opens to her grandfather at the actual main entrance German Street door with a painting that she did of him. And Elaine goes up to him, runs up to him, hugs him, and that's the end of the play, that she realises he was always there inside of her, never left